It's going.
Happy birthday,
Oh,
dear Mr. Mary.
Mr.
Mr. President parody. Happy birthday.
Okay. I was about to get really offended, but I understand now.
Yeah, always referencing not afraid to
Right.
um not afraid to push that limit.
No, you shouldn't be. What? Right. So
So we're
it's
back.
been 5,000 years.
Yes. And we always do this, so it's not even shocking to be like, we're back because
Yeah. Nobody, like, yeah, it's
no.
not legendary or anything because, like, I don't know. But honestly, I will say this. In the past few decades that we have been absent,
Right.
um, we have found, like, I think, if all goes well in, like, post-production, a
Mm.
good, like, recording platform that's going to make it a lot easier for us, hopefully, to continue doing podcasts, which I think is one of the main reasons we didn't do podcasts a lot in the past, because it was literally like swimming the, like, English channel every single freaking time we wanted to put something up.
That is true. It's also because, well, me personally, I'm always free. You are not always free.
Right. And I'm busy, and, like, life is like that, man.
Yeah, so, and then if on the like blue moon occasion,
Hmm.
Mary's free to do something, I'll be like, nah. Like,
Right. Because Maggie also, like, I mean, I'm the same way. Like, you have to be in the mood. Like, I'm not gonna like push myself or Maggie to, like, record if we're not, like, feeling the vibes.
no, exactly. I think that's just the way it is.
Right. But, like, girl, I'm doing my nails right now. Maggie's just had, like, a chip.
Yeah, I've got a bag of crisps with me, so it's giving
Right.
sleepover vibes. It's giving birthday bonanza, Mary Palooza. We are gonna watch
Yes.
Tickle Me, I've heard.
For whatever reason, like, I woke up and I was like, do you want to watch Tickle Me for my birthday? And Maggie was like, okay.
I didn't know. I was
You
more
loved it.
enthusiastic than that.
No, you were down, but you're always down for anything I want to do, so I love you.
I am always down.
But
And
guys, I don't know. I feel like Tickle Me is just like a good Halloween, like, silly, goofy Elvis moment. Like that or Double Trouble, honestly.
Double Trouble is a crazy
Love
thing,
it. I love it.
I guess. No, I am
It's
excited to laugh at it because
yes,
they do crack me up for all. And all I
right.
remember, I told you this is the part where it's raining and he picks her up and smacks her
Yes.
ass for no reason.
No, like that's the most iconic part of it all. But, like, that movie's so stupid and, like, would just never fly today. Like, me and Maggie were talking
Yeah.
about it and we were like, why did they go to a fat camp? And then, like, Elvis is the one that's, like, policing their meals and being like, no, you can't eat that, girl. You're you're
Yeah.
too yeah.
There's a lot wrong, and even preparing, because I'm dog sitting right now, so I'm not at my house. So to prepare for
Yes.
this, I had to pack my DVD player and my DVD of Tickle Me, and when
Oh,
I got it out of the shelf that we have
right.
DVDs. I feel like everyone has DVD storage in their house if you haven't got rid of them. First of all, tangent, little mini tangent, but like
Go
I'm so
off.
glad to still have DVDs because physical media, I'm not even saying this, oh, it's coming back. I think it never left because honestly, I've
Right.
always had DVDs in my life. Um, and it's not like video. I feel like videos, obviously, same concept, but they've gone away.
Yeah.
DVDs, obviously, a bit more modern and recent, but like they're going away, but it's kind of done a pendulum thing where it's bounced back like not a pendulum, like a boomerang, where
Yeah.
everything like that was sort of fading, like, oh, DVDs, whatever, it's all streaming platforms now. And because of the like rise of hatred towards like
Yeah,
the the conglomerates, as you will, of like
for
streaming
sure.
platforms being flops and like not being able to watch the actual movies you want, but you pay for like 50 different subscriptions and they still put ads and stuff like that. I'm so glad DVDs are back. But aside from that,
Right.
so I'm in my DVD cabinet. I'm looking through the Elvis DVDs because they're all in there. I'm like, okay, King Creole, okay, neat. We got Easy Come, Easy Go. Please burn that. in a fire. Do not fuck with you. Why I have it, I don't know. So then I've got this one DVD case that's 4 different Elvis films. So it's got Live a
Yes.
Little, Love a Little. It's got Girl Happy. I
Yes.
think it has what's the other one?
Is it
Another
Kissing
inappropriate one.
Cousins?
Because how
Yes.
do you know?
Because I have the same set.
Oh shoot. Okay,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that's real because it was gifted to me actually by one of my first Elvis online friends who's not in the community anymore. At least I don't see her anymore. So
Aw.
but I really liked her and I'm blanking on her name, which is so upsetting because we used to DM, I used to talk to her, but that's showing you how long I've been here for real. And
And I
she's not
think
I don't see her anymore. So
you've been here for 7, 8 years, 9 years, 8 years.
nearly I think 8 or 9, and then it's coming up on 10 in a couple of years, if not
Oh,
next year or the year after. But
dang. You're
yeah.
a veteran, for real.
But when I did whip out Tickle Me to
Right.
show and my mom was like, "Let me see that," because she was like, "Which DVD are you looking for?" So she could like help me, and I was like, "It's called." I didn't want to tell her the title.
Tickle me?
I
Like,
was like,
okay.
"It's called Tickle Me." She was like, "Pardon me." She was like, "The things they had that man doing." I was like, "I know," and I
It's
showed her the
horrible.
cover of all these 4 films that like completely suck. And
Right.
she was like, "No." She was just shaking her head in disbelief. Like everyone passed it around in my family and was just looking at it like, "What
It's
the?"
horrible. Can you
Um,
imagine? Ugh, just so humiliating for him, but that's a whole other freaking,
no,
you
and
know,
honestly, there's 2 sides. The duality of man, because there's 2 sides to it where it's like,
right?
yes, objectively offensive, poor quality, like
Mhm.
aged really badly. Everything about it sucks. But then when you come together and
As a community,
and you pop that popcorn and you get lit with your
ugh,
friend on your
it's so
birthday,
good.
there's nothing better than a bad movie to laugh at and love and live, love,
Right. It's that. I grew up with the movies, so, like, they're
laugh.
very nostalgic for me, and I don't like, I'll love any single one. Like, if it's on TV and I see it, I won't change the channel because I love watching him,
Yeah,
period. Like,
yeah, in action.
I just like to see it. I like to see the decline of it all. I like to see the peak of it all when he's, like, actually very into it. I love it. I love to, like, study that. But also, when you say, like, it's for us, it's something to laugh at. Like, we think of not every single one, but we do think of, like, 1 year for my birthday, we watched Stay Away Joe because we were like, "Oh, that's just gonna be, like, a good laugh, like,
Yeah.
obviously, fun time." And this year I was doing the same thing. I was like, "What can we watch that's gonna give us a good laugh?" Whatever. And that makes me feel sorry for Elvis because I know that to have his, like, work related to like slapstick comedy basically when okay, this is a movie you put in when you wanna laugh at something.
I feel like he enjoyed comedy though, and maybe
He did,
and I think
but good.
yes, his attempts at comedy are really effective too, like in some
Yeah,
scenarios. So I do think like obviously he wanted to be a serious actor and like didn't get to really achieve that or realize that, and then
right.
um obviously it's not what he wanted, but it's like, well, there's something there. There's some victory there to
There
think
is,
there's escapism in what like
definitely.
what you've made, and it is just something. Everyone loves an old movie that's aged bad. Everyone loves. Let's just whack on a freaky movie. Ew!
What? No.
No, but
No.
like a weird movie. Like, let's just put on that old
Of course.
movie and just
No,
laugh
and
at it and love it. And I, it was ages ago, and I think I've referenced it before in the podcast, maybe. But like,
uh
there was some radio thing ages ago, and obviously, like referencing radio, I don't know who said it or anything, but I just heard
right.
it, and it was someone who was like praising, like they watched Blue Hawaii or something, and it was like, um, they loved just the escapism of it and really enjoyed it. And it was like a Christmassy time, which it isn't a Christmas film at all, but like it
Right.
brings that like, all right, let's just settle for this. Let's just tolerate this and put it on. And it just ends up being a really fun time to watch something.
Yeah. Yeah, they are fun. I'll give him that, like, I mean, besides King Creole and, like,
Oh, there's some standouts.
other
Yeah,
right, there's some
obviously.
standalone ones, which I think arguably he was more, like, proud of. And then you
Definitely.
have just ones like Double Trouble and Tickle Me where it's like, girl, you have to be
Yeah.
laughing. Like it is just comedic, but it's like not supposed to be comedic, but it is just so stupid that it has to be funny. Like it's so
Right.
ridiculous. It's
Right.
so ridiculous that it's like, what are we doing? And I just like at the same time, like you're saying, duality kind of thing. Like I
Yeah.
love them. I know some people hate them. I love them. But I also at the same time feel for him because I know that it's not the genre he wanted to do, and it's not,
Mhm.
something that I think like I remember talking to Cynthia Pepper one year, and she obviously was in Kissing Cousins, which is a stupid movie.
Right.
And she was talking about how he would come to set every day that he was called, and he would be like sitting in the chair like during other people's scenes, like studying how they worked and learning everybody's lines, not
Yeah.
even his own, like learning everything that he could. Like he cared so much about
Honestly,
it.
I feel like, yes, professional vibe.
Yeah, so he was very professional. He cared a lot about it. I think that he just hit a certain like moment where he was like, this is not gonna go anywhere, girl. And like I just kind of have
Right.
to write out this contract right now.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely. But it's nice to
yeah.
think that he did squeeze every, like, ounce of
Yeah.
experience. Even being on set is an experience, being able to watch other
Mhm.
actors learn lines. He
Yeah.
did obviously, he's known for that, though, when it comes to other actresses or co-stars saying, like, what he was like on set or as an actor. A
Mhm.
lot and directors and everyone who, like, witnesses his acting career say that he did learn every line, like, to a T, and, like, would learn the other person's lines and really study and try to be
Yeah.
the best he could be with, like, obviously shitty material. Bleep me out, we're not editing this episode, but, like,
No. Honestly, at this point of the game, like, you guys already know that we don't care, so
I don't mind. I'll throw out a swear, but,
no filters.
no, exactly, but, like, what was I even saying? Like, he's soaking it up, even
Yeah.
though he's been dealt a bad hand
Right.
with the
Oh,
movies.
that's so inspiring, actually, when you put it like that. Like, he made the most of a horrible situation. Like,
Right.
he made the most of, "Okay, what can I get out of this? If this is the hand I'm dealt, how can I play the game?" Like, you know?
Exactly, and, like, honestly, you whack on some of those movies and still they have that charm to them, they have that classic feel, and
Yeah.
there's something about Elvis on screen something about watching Elvis, even as a non-Elvis fan, everyone likes to watch him act, there's something about him. Like, I would
Yeah.
get in college, I remember we would have, like, Elvis movie days where I would take in my laptop back when my laptop had a DVD player built in. Love
Oh, miss those days.
those days about like 4
Right.
years ago, but this was just before COVID, but we used to go in and I used to put an Elvis movie on and me and my friend Katie would watch and sometimes like our other friends would watch or like we'd get like random people watching like they had like a common space obviously in the college so we'd all sit and like watch this movie.
Yeah.
Um and it was just hilarious and people were like okay what's next like cuz they are so they're not good but they are so good at the same time like
Yeah.
people love
It's
them.
it's like a bubble. I wouldn't necessarily put it in the same genre as like a bubblegum movie, but if you guys know those bubblegum films or like I call them bubblegum films, where it's basically like,
Yeah, exactly.
you know, no real dire plot. Of course, there are some exceptions. Like Wild in the Country is my favorite Elvis movie,
Oh,
and that movie deals with a lot of very serious topics. Change of Habit, another one that deals with,
stand out.
yeah, a lot of seriousness. But all in all, mostly like if you watch GI Blues or a lot of the '60s, early '60s, mid '60s ones, they're
Mhm.
all mostly like feel good movies, and that's a whole genre in of itself. And honestly, in 2025, when things are hitting the fan daily, it's nice to have a feel good moment, and like Elvis contributes to that so much, even through his movies. Like if you just need a laugh or a smile or like nostalgic charm to
Yeah.
like back, in a world where things really weren't, a make believe world where things are not really that serious all the time, and people end up happy, and it's a good, you know,
Yeah.
2 hours where things just kind of work out all by the end of it. Like,
Mm.
not to be deeping Elvis Presley movies right now, but
No, but it's real to appreciate because so many things go underappreciated and not really analyzed because people discount them as, oh well, it's bubblegum, or it's like it's not
Right.
valued in cinema. But like most films, if you look at how many films there are not great. They're not epic. They're not 10 out of 10.
Right.
Like
Epic.
they're not epic like me. Like I don't know,
Right.
but like not every film is Casablanca. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Like so
And not
it's
every film should
not
be.
exactly. That's the point I'm trying to make, and you just
Yeah.
made it. Thank you, because I was reaching and I couldn't
Right.
find it.
Sorry, I didn't mean to like finish the
No,
sentence.
I wanted you to because I couldn't find it, but like exactly that. Like you
Yeah.
don't want every film to be Shawshank Redemption or The Godfather. Like I just want
Yeah.
to watch. I want to watch bubblegum, and that is valuable. And it is escapism. And honestly, I think
Yeah.
again with the pendulum thing, like honestly, in the '90s, every big movie was a rom com. Like,
Yes.
and if you look at those tropes, you go back and watch GI Blues, which is what 1961 or something.
Yeah.
That trope is there. Oh, it was a bet the whole time or whatever. When he has that
Mhm.
bet with the other guys, that's a huge '90s trope that they were
Yeah.
doing back then,
Right.
and like things like that. I'm trying to think, like babysitting with like and all those kind of tropes. Obviously, with some like music thrown in, which kind of faded out because musicals were like big at one point and then kind of faded out. But like
Right.
it's interesting to see that even the trends shown in Elvis films like is a good um I don't know showcase of like what was really valued on screen, like in
Mhm.
terms of set, costume, songs,
Yeah.
location. When I watch Elvis films, there's a big sort of theme with location. Like they always
Mhm.
talk about where they are. Like in Viva Las Vegas, obviously the title is Vegas, so they're going to talk about it. But like they do that whole thing where she's touring him around and like showing random crap
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
Vegas and spots in Vegas, and it's like that's so funny. And they're really showcasing the different clubs that were really there in Vegas and like
Yeah.
filming on location vibes. And they do that in a few of them. Like they talk about Fort Lauderdale in Girl Happy and like Hawaii,
Yes.
and there's so many places like that in America, obviously, um, that are shown like that in Elvis films, and they really discuss it in the Elvis films. Like, this is so weird that this was like a big theme. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I've
I
always
love that. No, I love that because also like that adds an Easter egg for us. I don't know if that's the right term, but it does add this sense of excitement for us today. Um, because you're able to go and visit those places. You're able to
oh,
go to Las Vegas, to the club where he filmed whatever, or like go to the spot in California. Like you can go visit like
yeah,
Mrs. Berry's house from Wild in the Country and all these things. Like, like the location is so cool that everything wasn't on a set, and that's cool. Like some stuff was on a set, but then some stuff was actually you can go and visit and all that. And I think
mhm,
that that's really fun. But also, you said something that was like um adding to that like feel good kind of vibe the Elvis movies have, and it made me think of like especially in the 70s, like the late 70s, mid 70s, whatever, he would always like talk about in his shows or whenever had interviews, he'd always talk about how he wanted his shows to be escapism pretty much because he knew
oh,
there was so much going on like in the world politically and socially
yeah,
and all of these things, and he's quoted many times saying like he just wants people to come forget about their troubles for an hour and like have fun at one of his shows. That's why he like kept politics out of it. That's why he kept it light
right,
and fun and like showed people so much love during his shows because he wanted them to feel happy and special. Like literally, he is quoted saying stuff like that. So that just made me think of that because like how cool is it that even if it's not necessarily maybe what he would have wanted or desired out of a film career, like his
mhm,
movies have the same effect. His movies
yeah,
also offer that same escapism of, they're not pushing a message down your throat, they're not pushing an agenda or, a deep 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 feeling of like whatever. It's just sometimes you just need that friend and that company, and like his movies for me at least provide that a lot of the time when I put one
yeah.
in.
Honestly, you can just slap one on, and it's just instantly like, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Like it's just vibe.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love there's so many things to say about the soundtracks and the music they had him doing as
Mhm.
well in those films. Like
Yeah.
But honestly, I think if you really, really try,
Hmm.
we
All in
talked
all,
about this, but there's so many gems in
yes.
amongst. Like, look at, I mean, in a mainstream sense, like Baz Luhrmann took a lot of for the soundtrack of the Elvis 2022 movie
Hmm.
from just soundtracks from these B movies that Elvis was doing. Like Edge of Reality, I've always loved that song since I watched Live a
Yeah.
Little Love a Little, my favorite Elvis movie for sure. But I love that song, and I always thought, why? First of all, no one ever used to like talk about it or play it, or even like as an underrated. I would never hear anyone be like, "This is tea," because
Hmm.
I think little less conversation from that movie like takes over because it is
Yeah,
such a banger. But
of
even that,
course.
right, that was resurrected years later because of that Junkie XL remix. That wasn't a hit for Elvis at the time.
Right.
So it's like it's really interesting how we can really appreciate now with watching the old films that like obviously not a box office smash girl,
Right.
but like a fan favorite can turn into like objectively a hit or an objectively good, interesting piece of valued media.
Yeah.
Because those songs, Edge of Reality was used in the movie, and now everyone was like,
Knows
"This
it.
like, or yeah, exactly. Everyone's like, haven't heard this because it's being
Hmm.
put in a different context. It's being brought into its own context, and it makes it so much better. And I love what shout out to Baz Luhrmann. I'm really excited to also see it. I want to talk about that
Yeah,
too.
we should talk about that. We should talk about that.
I know a lot of people did go to see that because they did show it in like select play. Was it Canada, Toronto, Film
Yeah,
Festival?
they premiered it in Canada at the festival there, and a lot of people from the community went, and I've heard nothing but good, like exciting things.
I'm
And I'm so obviously, girl, like this is such a huge, huge, huge deal, and I don't know if we all collectively like. I mean, I'm sure we'd all do, but for me, I'm thinking my own head right now. Like, I don't think I've even wrapped my head around how big of a deal this is because while the 2022 movie was terrific and amazing as like
mhm.
biopics stand, you know what I mean? This is like actually pure Elvis, and
No, exactly.
Elvis we haven't seen, and Elvis himself showing like his story himself. And
Mhm.
how many like people who are fans of somebody who died 48 years ago get these things, all these years later? It's just so cool. And obviously, like, it has a distributor now, so we'll be able to see it next year.
So excited.
And it's so exciting. He deserves it so much. Like, Baz Luhrmann really ate with this.
I do love Baz, and like I knew when that movie came out, the 2022 one, that he
Mhm.
just like adopted Elvis in his heart. Like
Definitely.
it was such a good biopic in general, with the effort that Baz gave
Hmm.
with everything and the footage he used, like just saying, using Edge of Reality, just doing non-obvious deep cut things for the fans specifically, but also making something so mainstream and enjoyable for anybody, not just Elvis fans,
Right.
throwing those details in and just the visuals, completely everything was, I loved it. I know some people, obviously some people don't like, girl, opinions. Some people
Right.
don't like everything, and that's okay. But like, I loved that movie so much. And it was so Baz Luhrmann, and you know this. We've talked about this. I do love Baz, but
Right.
from then on, we knew he had Elvis, and he wasn't gonna let go of this. Like, I feel like there were loads of rumors instantly of like, what's next though, Baz,
Right.
with the Elvis
Right.
thing,
Yeah.
because it was like, well, there's no way you could do something this big. It's so big project
Mhm.
wise, and so respectable of Elvis. Like, what's the word?
He respected Elvis so much in the
Yeah,
process. Yeah.
exactly. So it was like, this isn't the end, and like he let on that that wasn't it, but like,
Right.
um, it's so exciting. And then when that was announced and everyone was sort of talking about it and then saying it's not going to be in cinemas, I knew it would be in cinemas because Baz doesn't disappoint,
Because it's
and
Baz.
he
Yeah, of
loves the cinema.
course.
He literally loves it. So I knew it was going to be a cinematic experience. I can't wait to go. I was telling everybody
Yes.
about this.
Yes. Yes. And what a big deal this is for Elvis himself because, like,
Mm,
people. I mean, like the 2022, I can't speak about that. Like, girl, what? 2022 movie.
I thought you
Right.
were going to say, I can't even speak about it because I hate it so much.
Right. I just changed my whole mind.
Right,
Wow.
instantly.
No. I think that like a lot of people saw the like the first movie for many different reasons. Whether it be like you were already a seasoned Elvis fan, you like biopics and that's your tea, or they like Austin Butler. That I think a lot of people went because they liked Austin Butler.
Right.
Maybe people who are just Baz Luhrmann fans, or even people who like Tom Hanks. I know some people went because they're Tom Hanks fans. Whatever it is, like people went to go see that for many different reasons. But it all in all, brought people to the same playing field of like, "Ooh, this guy's really cool and fascinating, and I want to learn more about him," or whatever.
Yeah,
But I will say for this upcoming project, like Elvis himself is the main attraction. And so Elvis himself is
so
pulling
exciting.
people in. Elvis himself is kind of like creating that, I don't know, that people are going to leave this talking about Elvis
Right,
only.
exactly. And it is kind of a nice filter. Not to say that, I mean, we've always talked about in like people invalidating like the Elvis fan community, and
Yeah,
there's obviously so many different kinds of fans that are all important to a given community. Because if we only had one type of fan, it wouldn't be getting through to so many more new people. Like
of course.
you couldn't spread something by just being informative or just being entertaining or just being, you know what I mean? There's so many facets. So it's important to have everybody um in a community like that, like creative people, or you know,
Right.
there's so many different there's so many different people examples, but like um anyway, it'll be
Right.
interesting, like you say, to see pure Elvis love for this, not like, oh, this performance was really good by this actor, or oh, this was something I wanted to see. Like, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you said, like it's filtering out a lot of the noise, which
Yeah.
will be interesting and really exciting. And I will be taking all my friends to see it and dragging them because they
Right.
want to.
Because
That's the thing.
no, yeah, and I'm not even like you guys know how we feel about the movie. Like we've created content about the movie for the past few years. Like we had a whole podcast for it, whatever. Like we love it and we're very appreciative for it.
Yeah,
But I just think that like there's something so unique and special that this is highlighting like Elvis himself. How many people get that? Like, I think that's just so
I
cool. And
know.
the lost footage of it all, like the mystery of like the things we haven't seen,
I know.
and the quality, of course, like that we get to see it in is just like we're so lucky. Like
And
we're so blessed.
another opportunity to see Elvis on the big screen too, because I love going to a cinematic experience. You can't beat it.
Yeah.
Like I got
Yeah.
the movie on DVD, whatever. I can't really watch it at home because it's not the same.
It's
Like
not the same.
it's not the same on a little screen through my little speakers. You know what I mean? I want to be in the movie and watch in the cinema, sorry, and watch on the big screen a whole experience. I
Yeah.
want to feel the vibes. I want the popcorn. I want the bass line. I want the like. I want it all. So I'm
Yeah.
so excited because I used to. I don't. A lot of cinemas do this now, but because I think it's become like movies are back kind of thing since like
Right.
after COVID, but like pre-COVID, cinemas were kind of dying again with the DVD thing. I was saying like it's kind of like a
Mhm.
boomerang where these things are coming back, these media appreciation things, which is so exciting.
Thank
Uh,
God.
exactly, girl. We need it because I imagine letting cinemas die. Like you were a loser. Like
You
what?
can't. There's something so, and I'm glad you brought, sorry, real
No,
quick detour,
I love
real
it.
quick. I just am glad you brought this back up because I wanted to talk about it because I don't know if anybody like heard about it, but in the US, yesterday, I think it was, there was like a global internet shutdown of like a bunch of different apps and
Like
programs and things. Yes.
you're right.
Yeah, there was a bunch of stuff that got affected, and I was talking to one of my friends, and she was like, "Yeah, my entire Apple Music got, like, wiped for a minute, and it was gone." And I don't know if you remember this, you
It
do, because
happened
I
to
was at
you.
your house.
Yes,
Yes. Which we should also make a podcast about that, because I went to go visit Maggie, by the way.
brilliant.
Love that. But anyway, I was at Maggie's house, and I woke up one day, and my entire Apple Music was literally wiped clean, And so I just think it is so important that we have like buy a record player,
Yes,
get a record player,
yes,
get
because yes.
DVD. Sorry, I'm
No,
just like passionate. Get
100%.
DVD player. Not everything has to be at your fingertips all the time, and the convenience of things has like stolen a lot of the magic of things as well. And I want you to
Right.
know that there's nothing that's going to beat seeing Elvis. Yeah, okay, it's gonna come on streaming and I'll wait. No, girl. Elvis on the big
Yeah,
Elvis the way he's meant to be viewed.
go support Elvis on the big screen the way he's meant to be viewed. I love
Yes.
that idea. And yeah, if you can go to the cinema, please go because it's really fun. It's also fun to just be part of the whole thing. Like, let's all go to the cinema and watch something that's out right now. How many people
Yeah.
for someone who's been gone for 50 years? Like, that's so amazing.
Yeah.
Um,
It's also just like you can sit and you're not on your phone. You're not tempted to be like on your phone. You're in a theater with other people. You're you are, sipping your drinks, you're eating your popcorn, you're having a
yeah,
time just being like present. I think physical media also offers a lot of like, okay, so you pop in a CD and it's not on shuffle. Like you have to listen
right.
to the
Yeah,
album the way the album was made and created to be listened to. Like, not that you have to follow the rules of everything all the time. I'm getting off on a tangent. But like not that you have to like there's not rules of like consuming media, but there's also something that's like you're saying, been lost in it all too, because we've just gotten to this place of convenience and like, things like that. That's not always, I don't know, it's not always like
no, I know.
meant to be like that.
And we rely on it way too much. Like you said, if Wi-Fi goes down, I can't do anything. Like,
Yeah.
boring. And also, people can't then, if you have physical media and you own it, you own it. No one could put a paywall up. No one can
Yep.
take it away and say, oh, we don't provide that anymore, actually. Like,
Yeah.
there's no, like, you own it, it's yours. And so that's really exciting. And I do like the cinematic experience. Like, we've already kind of lost libraries where I am. I don't know if this is like relevant.
Mm,
Like my local library is just not open anymore. Obviously, we have a big library
oh,
in the city, but like the one near my house, like that
yeah.
I went to as a kid, is gone. Like it's not there because no one goes. And it's like it is sad, but like even
Mm,
myself, did I go in my adulthood? Like no. Like I
yeah.
think COVID, you can blame COVID, but like a lot of it is just like people not wanting to connect, not wanting that physical connection with the media, and it's all like obviously it's so like you said convenience, it takes the joy out of things, it takes a lot of
It
community
does.
away. So it is really exciting. My laptop is gonna die, so I'm gonna run and get my charger, but keep it going because
Oh, should we?
we're not editing this. I'm gonna run
No.
down and I'm gonna
Okay.
put my laptop charger. Hopefully I can find it.
Oh gosh. Well, also we could just cut it now if you want to. It's 30 minutes.
We could cut and come back.
Should we cut and come back? Or I
No.
could just keep it going.
Is that possible? See what you can do.
Okay, I'll pull it out. I'll whip out some entertainment. Just, sprint.
Okay, yeah. Go.
Okay. All right. I'm going. I'm going. Hi guys, it's Mary. How are you enjoying the episode so far? I hope it's giving everything you wanted it to give. I don't even remember what our last episode was, honestly. I think our last episode was when I went to go visit when Maggie came to visit me, which was in 2023. So that was actually 2 years ago. So that's a little bit embarrassing. Wait, no, I think that is right. Yeah, that is right. That's actually crazy. But we have been looking forward to recording more for you guys. And I think that it's been so fun to like see in the community how people have been coming up with such like creative content ideas. I've seen the rise in so many podcasts and things like that. So many new like creative things for people's platforms and series and things like that. I've started a few new series which I have been loving. I started a Sunday series where I just share some like of my church message with my followers and with my friends and things like that, just share some like spirituality goodness, some Jesus goodness that always means a lot to me. My faith means a lot to me, but also meant a lot to Elvis, so it's kind of an homage of that. And then I also started Mary in the Morning, which is like a little podcast moment that I've been doing like on the way to work every morning, where I just have like something to say, girl, like little bite-sized 10-minute things to listen to. Let's Talk Elvis is still going, even though I haven't posted for a hot second. And then we got this, our Elvis Right Now pod, which is just, you know,
So many projects.
so
So
many
little
projects.
time.
I was just talking about like the rise and like I've been seeing so many different like creative ideas like in the community, and
Yes.
it's just been very cool to see.
Honestly, yes. Sorry,
Yeah.
I
Maggie's
just
back.
I just ran up and down the stairs and I'm a little bit like, whoa, but
Take a big old breath.
cardio is real. I'm just kidding.
Cardio is real.
I don't know what that means. No,
It's
but
not fake.
I'm loving the community right now. I'm loving the vibes. I'm loving, like you
I
said, the
am.
different ideas people are doing. Um,
Yeah.
you're keeping it very much alive. I love that idea because I saw your little logo, your little Mary in the Morning vinyl. I was like, that's genius levels. I love
Yeah.
that.
I was one like I was like, what should I call this? Because it literally was a spur of the moment thing. Because I really wanted to talk about Cody's show that I had seen this past weekend. And I was like,
Okay.
I want to talk about it before I forget, or not
Mm,
forget, but it's kind of
yeah,
like a
the
journal
details.
thing. Yeah, it's sort of like a digital journal where I can like, okay, I'm gonna spill out all my thoughts so
I
that
love
I don't, yeah, I don't forget the little things about it. So that's
mhm.
kind of why I started recording. And I was like, wait, like it'd be kind of cool in the mornings to just like do something like this. Cause on my way to work, I'm always listening to something Elvis, like whether it be music or podcast or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So I decided to do that. And then I was like, what should I call it? Should I call it like, morning coffee, like coffee with Elvis,
Right.
whatever. I was like nothing's giving. And then I was like, wait a minute,
That's so clever. Like you,
right?
you ate that for real.
Mary in the morning? Like that's
With
me.
that little vinyl picture, and I was like, "You're like, what am I
Mhm.
going to do with this?" I was like, "Put it in a frame." Like
Right. I was like, what should I do with this? Then it literally came to me. I was like, frick coffee and Elvis. Like, who the frick wants that?
coffee and Elvis. That sounds like when tea was like slang for like gossip, and everyone's podcast in the world was called like spilling tea,
Spill the
sipping,
tea, sip the
brewing.
tea.
Tea is brewing. Like why?
Brew with Elvis. Like, what?
Yeah, I don't know what no other name would be as good, and there's no point brainstorming them, but I kind of want to come up with like a bad one.
So, no, that was all I had in my head. Like, Mary in the morning wasn't even a thought until I was like,
Yeah,
hold on. Like, I kind of laughed at myself. I was like, girl, that is the only option that you
that's
have
so
for real.
funny. Like trying to like come up with the pun or something. I
Yeah, I
love
was like, cream, sugar, and Elvis. Like, girl, who
that.
cares? Right. Like, cream and sugar and Elvis?
Right,
No.
creaming. Like I don't need
Right.
this.
What's wrong with you,
No, no,
actually?
no, no,
I'm
no.
asking. I'm asking what's wrong.
That's so funny. Also, we were going to read and review Priscilla's new
Yes.
book. Let me tell you something.
Oh
I
my
can't
gosh.
do it. Girl,
No, it's actually so bad. Not the
no,
not the book itself. I'm talking about like the mental willpower that it's taken us
yeah.
to I'm not past the fourth chapter,
And,
unfortunately.
and we can read. We're not illiterate. We both have
No.
degrees and we read books. And I've read two books.
And I've read
I'm
two
like,
books throughout my
I
adult
was gonna
years.
say last month I read a couple books, which isn't a good to real readers and bookworms. They're like, so what, bro? But like, we
Just
don't.
saying
Yeah,
that we
like
do read.
we can
Like,
and do read books, and I
yes.
do sometimes prefer a non-fiction book. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna devour this in like 18 minutes. And at first I was like, okay, I read the first three-ish chapters, which
Mhm.
and then I just got this deep, dark feeling
Right. In
like
my gut.
in my breasts. Like,
Right. I
no,
felt it, It's
it was
just
it brings me
negative.
down,
It's
bro.
yeah, it's very negative. And listen to me right now. And I've written a statement. Maybe I'll post it if we actually do the freaking Priscilla thing
I
because
have to.
I know people, right. I know people are going to be, you know, offended. And that's just the reality of what it is because a lot of people just love her and see no wrong in her and like make excuses for everything. And if that's your wheelhouse, then like go for it. The thing is that you connecting the dots and also like using logic and asking for accountability and also asking for clarity and honesty from somebody is not hating that person. It's just saying like, "Hey, this I don't agree with this. I don't view this as fair or right or necessary."
Right.
I don't know. Like I could go on and on, but like we're not hating on Priscilla by saying like the book is a
No.
hard read or anything like that. I honestly could care less because at the end of the day, I'm not here for her.
Yeah.
But she is a part of the story, and so it's important if we want to talk about her that we know what we're talking about. Um, but I'm not gonna lie, girl, the book is, and I'm saying I only got to chapter 3, like it's a difficult read for me. I really, really can't bring myself to be in the right mindset
Yeah.
to, my highlighter's tired, I'll say
Mhm.
that.
We even had to do a call where you just read it, um,
Yeah.
like to yourself as I was there because it was literally like it's hard to read. First of all, because of all the like issues with continuity in her narrative is really
Yes.
hard because she is. I don't know why I'm putting euphemisms out there. She's a liar. Um,
Yeah, but like that's just the facts. Like
but
don't
the
get
thing,
mad because it
yeah,
is just she has lied. Like and
she,
it's
yeah,
not me
that's true.
saying you're a liar. It's like no, you can take Elvis and me and you can take this book and not any other book. I'm not talking about Child Bride. I'm not talking about like any book written by any other outside source. I'm talking about Elvis and Me compared to this new book. You automatically
Yeah.
see the lies. You can do it with interviews too, like
Right, the
her
cross reference.
opening her
If
mouth.
yeah, exactly. If you just took everything from her
Mhm.
source, her books, her
Yes.
interviews, no one else, she will what's it called? What's contradict. She contradicts
Contradict
herself
yourself.
and she in the same breath will contradict herself. It's really interesting. Like there was someone defending EP is a great
Oh,
account that like
love.
is really good at like editing and showing all the
Yeah.
examples. But there's a great video that they have of her. I think it's on their account anyway, and it's like from the movie Priscilla that obviously came out after Elvis 2022.
Frick
It
that movie, by the way.
right, which is based on obviously Elvis and Me.
Mhm.
Hello, which is
Mhm.
crazy because that's already a movie, so it's kind of all very strange and odd and weird. Um,
Right.
but when and there's an interview with Priscilla from literally this year, I think, or last year at least. I think
She
it's
did a
this
whole
year.
bunch of she did a whole bunch of press for this movie or for this
And
book,
the
so I
book.
wouldn't be
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
surprised.
And she's like, "Well, I don't understand why it was showing Elvis as an abuser when that never happened." It's so interesting because it's like, oh, that is based on your word. That is based on your book and your tea from that long ago. So it's like she just
Right.
also doesn't even remember. So it's like it's shocking. I don't think though she's senile. I just do think she has got it's so hard to be a liar because when you do lie, you have to keep up with your lies and remember them. And
Yeah.
she's not good at it. So I think it's
No.
just lying for a really long time. I don't think she's senile or has dementia or anything. Obviously, I don't know. She is like obviously 80. Um, but like
I feel like if she had dementia or like a medical condition, right? Like there would have to be, unless she's like, no, I want this private, like there would have to be some sort of announcement or like some sort of
disclaimer.
something with her media
Yeah.
team that they wouldn't allow her to just like have free reign and like be speaking openly about like going on so much like press interviews and like
Yeah.
I don't know, like, to me and I'm no expert, I don't know, but to me, that just is crazy, like, if you would let somebody who actively, is having a hard time with memory and a hard time with public speaking. I mean, we were at the 45th anniversary. You weren't, but me and my friends were at the 45th anniversary of his passing when she wished him happy birthday, 45th birthday, and
That
it's like
stays in my mind for real. I think
right.
prime like top 10 epic moments because what I'm like,
No, and
look
that's what I'm
at us
saying, like,
sat here
where is
speculating about her mental health because of the way she acts. Like
but you have to wonder, it's like, okay, was she under an influence of something? What is she actually like losing her memory? Like, I don't know, like what's actually going on. But it would be remiss for her media team to not step in and say, okay, let's dial it back. Let's take a step back. Let's not,
Yeah, I don't know who her manager is, to be honest. I'm not like that's the thing. I don't care enough about her to want to research
Ye-
what's going on with her. I don't even wish to speculate, but she makes me beg the question like, why?
yeah, you have to wonder because
You
it's
have
like,
to wonder.
okay, why am I reading that? Okay, so the thing is that why am I reading like he threw the chair, he didn't throw the chair, he tossed the chair, he pushed the chair, okay, what's the story? You can't just you can't fling out sentiments like he. Can I
He
even
raped.
say this? Yeah, I was gonna say. Can I say that on the pod?
Did he
He
say?
sexually
I mean,
assaulted me. No, just no, he didn't. He forcefully did. He forcefully did it.
so
It
odd,
wasn't,
so
you
strange.
know, or things. She said so much, right? Like,
He said so much.
even I think you even said like and I don't know, I might just be making this up because I forget, but didn't you say something like she's changed the ins and outs of how she even came to be invited to
Yeah,
meet Elvis in the first place?
honestly, yes. She's changed the scenario where she met Elvis or was, yeah, involved with the people who like said, "Do you want to meet Elvis?" Is so odd, and honestly couldn't keep up with it. She did an interview, um,
Mhm,
and I saw it on TV because it was on the One Show, which is a BBC show here.
mhm,
Um, in the UK, and she was on it and she was talking about, first of all, it was a really funny interview because obviously she's promoting this book, right? And they were talking about the One Show. It's a really specific kind of show where they show like inspirational people and stories while they interview the celebs. So they'll like ask the celebs about what they just showed, even though they have nothing to do with it, right? So say on this show, which I'm not even saying this is true, on the One
right,
Show they showed like this kid who he overcame, I think it was a stroke, and he like became like a great runner or something. It was all about being an athlete and like having a mentor because he had like this great mentor or whatever. So they
mhm.
go to Priscilla like as if this is a good segue or something, I guess, to talk about her book. And they're like, "So you had a mentor, didn't you? Your karate instructor."
Oh.
And it was like, "What?" Like, and I guess obviously the people interviewing these ladies aren't like Priscilla historians. They probably read the book, but like skimmed it or been told notes on it or however that works. I really don't know. But
Mhm,
they didn't say the word Mike Stone or anything. Um,
mhm.
but they did say like, oh, you had a karate instructor. Like you must have had like you had an athletic mentor in your life, and you love karate or something. And it was just so funny that that was the segue. Like obviously knowing that was who
She
obviously she
left
had an
Elvis
affair
for.
with. Not to
Yeah.
say Elvis didn't have affairs, but it was really funny. And then Priscilla just like starts bringing up, is it Chuck Norris?
Oh,
Not
yeah,
Chuck Norris.
I don't know, I didn't watch this.
No, the famous karate instructor that did like every celebrity at the time. Let me hold on.
Oh, is it Jackie somebody? Or is
I
it
really
somebody
do.
else?
In my head, it was Chuck Norris, but maybe I'm so wrong. But she
Maybe
starts
it
talking
is.
about the celebrity, like karate instructor to the stars,
Okay.
who obviously she might have met with, like, because he did do that kind of thing where he like taught celebrities. Um,
Yeah.
and she even says in her book that Mike Stone was better than Chuck Norris at karate, um, which is really funny. But then
Slay.
decided in this interview to bring up Chuck Norris, not Mike Stone, because she must know that that's like a sidesteppable thing. It was just like everything she does
Mhm.
is so strange, and I don't even know if it's calculated or if it's just literally muddled because of the amount of. Anyway, I don't even care to be honest. And this is like
It's hard.
I love to say I think hate requires so much energy, and I don't have that amount of energy for her.
Oh, I don't have it for anybody. To hate
That's what I'm
somebody takes
saying.
an incredible amount of energy from yourself that you could be pouring back into yourself and
Wow.
using to make, better choices, better life for you, better life for other people. Not to get deep about it, but I
Great.
also like not to. I don't know, like, I get that sense of not hatred, but that sense of just lack of accountability for anything in her
Mhm.
life. Like, it's either blamed on Lisa, it's blamed on Elvis, it's blamed on the man of the time. Right.
No one
Right.
no one can see what I'm showing
No
you.
one can see the Labubu on screen right
I
now
just showed Mary a
during
Labubu
my rant.
during her rant to calm her down because she clearly hates with passion.
No, right. Me talking about hate. I don't hate. I'm
No,
just
I
saying.
know.
I
She
think her
hates hate. We
I
hate
do
hate,
hate hate. I
and
do
we
hate
love
it. I
love.
think that like what the freak, girl? Like
No, exactly.
I understand, just like you said, like Elvis was not perfect and we know that. We know that.
Right.
I can even understand. I can understand like you were so young when you got with him.
Oh my gosh.
You spent your whole life with knowing one person, one thing, one way of living.
Yeah.
I understand that, girl.
Yeah.
I empathize. I
I even said
do.
that to you. Like, I really sympathize with her in the first few chapters because obviously we already know this story, and she does keep it consistent there. I think in
Mhm.
the book, at least, I don't know about in interviews because she really just can't keep track. I don't think, but
Yeah.
in the book, at least, it like is wrapped up and it's very matter of fact. I know it was ghost written with I don't know the
Yes.
woman. I was gonna
Oh,
say
I don't even know her
Suzanne,
name
but
either.
that's the original. I can't remember the woman's name. Sorry. Um,
Sorry to her.
I'm not promising anything, but I do think we will and can at some point do a deep dive into the whole book and hopefully talk about it when we have read the whole thing. Because I don't want to talk about it after reading a couple chapters and be like hypocritical, like and
Of course not.
we don't know. But like
Of course not.
from what we know, um, she does keep it concise. Whoever's actually written this thing, and keeps it at least in the first couple chapters, which I really appreciate. Is very to the point and doesn't
Mhm.
reminisce or sentimentalize anything or romanticize anything, which I do think is nice. She does clear up things, at least. She says this did happen, this didn't happen,
Yeah.
about some interesting things at the very beginning, which
Yes.
obviously d- does help her case at that point. I did sympathize with her up until there was a couple things I didn't like was like the I don't know if it was the prologue or whatever it was called, but like the forward part before the actual content. But she was talking, it's like
Mm.
some dream sequence of the afterlife, and she's like walking with her family. I don't have my notes on it at the minute, but I just felt it was really disingenuous. Disingenuous. I don't. Sorry, my
No,
vocab's off, but like
you're right though.
really
It just
inauthentic to me.
yes, it puts a bad taste in my mouth. Just like even when she's talking about Elvis like in a and this is very rare. Like again, we've only read the first couple chapters, but from in the first couple of chapters, it's very rare to get a sense of like a loving reminiscent, like loving memory of Elvis and Lisa. I think both of them, to me, this is personal opinion. I'm not trying to like push it on anybody else. I am just saying to me, the way she talks about Elvis and the way she talks about Lisa is
Girl,
not like it's not like I
not
don't know.
fond.
It's
She's not fond
fun.
of them. Like
No.
there's no. First of all, I should have brought my little book of notes, but we can deep dive it at some point.
We will do a whole separate like I think it would be
I think
good
we
for us
should.
to do that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and because it is so interesting to talk about. Like we're trying not to, but it's hard not to talk about because it is really
Yeah.
interesting. But like we did say, or at least I said this, and I think you agree that she doesn't say anything nice about Elvis at all. Which, girl,
Yeah.
she doesn't have to. But it's
No.
really interesting that her whole persona, public or otherwise, is being his wife, not his ex-wife, his widow, which she
And
isn't.
she's getting she's getting buried
Yeah,
next to him. Like we're
yeah.
all aware
So
of that.
right, like whoa. When that
Yeah.
happened, but whoa, you just started a curveball. I knew that, but what you saying it was so crazy. But no,
Yeah. So
exactly.
like
Like, her whole thing is like being Elvis is the love of my life, and she constantly does say that. Like Elvis is like nobody else. No one compares to Elvis, right? She said that 100 times. Like
mm,
she okay. What about Elvis? Do you like then, girl? Because when I read this first couple chapters, and this is supposed to be life after Elvis, right? But obviously the first few chapters she has to wrap shit up. Sorry, another Esh bomb. I can't do this. Cut the
no,
camera. No,
no,
but
it's
like
like cut the cameras.
she doesn't have a word nice to say about Elvis. In her little moment where she's in the afterlife, or whatever
Right.
it is, a dream, whatever it is, with her
Right.
parents. I think her dogs are running around and something, and Lisa's there, and her son is there, which obviously, yes, is a nice thing. And then she has Elvis there, and it says something like he's young again and he's trim or something like that. I wish I had the quote, but it was something like he's fit, basically. And I was like,
It's
what?
off-putting, girl. It's not like, oh, his smile was just as bright
No,
or his
that's
eyes looked
what I
just
said. It's
as
inhuman.
sparkly.
It's such a weird way to put things. And she, honestly, the nicest thing she says about Elvis is that he bought her jewelry.
Jewelry.
And she doesn't say he was really funny, he was really insightful. In fact, she doesn't like his intellect. She isn't interested in the things he's
But
interested in, which I don't blame her for, because girl, she's 14 or 18 or however, she's younger,
okay,
and not they don't have anything in common
they
at
don't. And that's the tea. Like they never did. But also, I mean, sorry, I did not mean to say that. I was not there. I was not either of them. So I don't know what they like to talk about or what they did. I don't know. But what I do know is that Elvis, was like a spirituality person. He was very in tune to faith. He was very in tune to, larger questions in life, deeper
Yeah,
questions in life. She didn't give a freak. And we all know
right.
that. So it's like, girl, of course not. Like, of course she didn't care. Of
Yeah,
course she wouldn't care if he was like that's not the first thing on her mind to talk about his intellect or talk about his like things like that, like because she was never there for him. In fact, she thought that that was boring. She was
yeah,
not there for that. She thought that that was she would rather have had, and I know, I get it. It's like, she wanted that to feel something from him because they hadn't their relationship was changing and she could feel that, and like she wanted that closeness to him, whatever. But it's quoted, like, she's literally there's an interview of her recently, and she was, like, talking about how he was very into, like, the Bible or something she was talking about, and, like, she was, like, kind of trashing it. She was, like it was just, like, a
oh yeah.
weird energy that she has when
She's
she talks
also
about him.
I don't know if she still is or isn't, but she is or has been a Scientologist, member of the Scientology church, and maybe that has a lot to do with who she or what
Uh-huh.
she will endorse in terms of like religion and things since then.
Right.
Because I think she went into it after Elvis died, so I don't know about during his life what she was like researching or anything. I think it happened after at least the divorce or his death, even when she went
Mhm.
into her journey. And we're not here to speak on Scientology, but we know Elvis's thoughts on Scientology were not positive. He did research it because he was spiritual and interested in everything he could get his
Right.
hands on and wanted to learn. I do think, though, he viewed it, the popular view of it is that like it's obviously people think it's a money grabbing bad idea of a church, which is like, yeah, like we're not here to speak on
Mm,
that, but I will just say, yeah, girl.
yeah, it's kinda
Um,
nuts.
Again, I don't know enough about it to be like, and this is what, like, obviously, but like we know the public perception of Scientology, girl. So I do
Right.
think that's a lot in what she speaks about in terms of Elvis's spiritual journey, and that ties into it, which I didn't really think about that before, but like I did see someone else talking about it too, of like where even that her spiritual journey has been so um misconstrued by herself. She has
Mhm.
just made stuff up, edited people out of that whole thing. So I do think her relationship with spirituality in general is a strange one, which everyone's is. It's an individual journey, but I don't think, and you don't have to have it in common with your partner to have a successful relationship. But Elvis is such a big into spirituality, not so much religion, but a bit of
Right.
both. But it's
Right.
like when it comes to something like that, and if you're so big into that and searching, right, Elvis the searcher, seeking all that the truth or whatever it is, or just researching and being interested in that, being interested, period, in anything, in music. Elvis was such a big fan of music and learning about different artists and listening and like what's next, what's big,
Mhm.
anything. Like, girl, you can apply it to anything he was interested in. He was seeking, all kinds of different educations. So I don't understand. I just don't see them as a couple at all. It's so interesting, especially when she writes about it. Obviously, she was alienated as the only woman, she says in the group, because obviously the Memphis Mafia were like constantly there, as she
Mhm.
says, which is true. Like, I bet that would be a lonely life, and I again did sympathize with her. So it's like, I don't know why they were ever a thing, but anyway,
Yeah, I mean, I guess we never will know, right? Because
that
we're
was a
not
time.
either.
I'm sorry.
No, I loved it. We'll never know, and that's the moral of the story. We can all have our own opinions and whatever, and we are what's the word? I don't know what I'm trying to say. We are all like allowed to have them, you know? So
Yeah, we're entitled to.
entitled, thank you. Entitled to them. Thank
We're
you.
entitled to that, and it's hard because in a way, I want to know her side of the story without all these lies. And I do think she could have a really interesting place in history as a perspective of Elvis's only wife, the only mother of his only child, and all these things. But she can't deliver that because she's so focused on her own
Right.
legacy image, which everyone is, I guess. Everyone's flawed. I'm not trying to drag her, but it is
Definitely.
hard not to drag her.
Just because when it's
Um,
all about me, and
I'm not
like
even drag
how
criticize.
yeah, it's just I don't know. It's kind of nuts. And I do think that after talking about this with you, like on the pod, I think that we definitely can and should do the deep dive. And I think it'd be easier. Like, my mindset of doing that was just like me and Maggie could do it together and I wouldn't have to be like doing it by
Right.
myself. And I also love it because the last time a book came out was Lisa's, and we
Loved
also deep
Lisa.
dived that together.
We
So
did. I
we
forgot.
did. Yeah. I do think we
A
did
nice to
Lisa's
read.
book,
I read that in one day.
read it overnight, literally. Um, love that one. And we did that whole book as a whole because I think it was easier to do it that way. I do, however, think that for Priscilla's book, we might do it a few episodes by like,
Yeah.
like a chunk, like maybe a couple chapters at a time, just to really like be able to give ourselves mental breaks and also be able to hit every like
Point we want to make.
yeah, if that sounds good to you. I think we already talked about this a little bit, but
Yeah, I would love to do that. I think it's really interesting already, like having read the first couple chapters, the amount of notes we were taking.
yeah.
I think it's fun too to get the perspective of like other pages have reviewed it and they've cross-referenced it because they're like historians and they know all the facts and stuff, which we know enough. But like I also think we have a fun take to offer as well, which isn't going to be the same as everybody else's. So that's something
Yeah.
to look forward to.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's really is the same, and if it is, like, boring, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, I
Yeah,
feel like if every single account was the exact same, even if it is, like even if it was like Lisa's book, if everybody got the same thing out of Lisa's book exactly the same way, like, there would be no, like, you know, joy to getting to hear everybody's, like, experience of reading it, so Um, yeah, I don't know. Maggie's my favorite person to like dissect things
well,
with. Love to dissect with
I
Mags.
agree because I agree as in I love to dissect with you.
Right. Right,
Um,
right.
right.
But yeah, let us know if you all would enjoy. It has been an hour and 2 minutes. Shall
Amazing
we
news.
shall we wrap her up? We always do that. We're always like, what are we gonna talk about? And then we end up having a fabulous conversation every
We
time.
hit those points, bro.
And we do this unscripted, unnoted, most of the time, like nothing's written down, girl. We kind of just I was literally painting my nails and Maggie was like having a snack and we were like, wait a minute, should we pod right now? And we
Right.
did.
I'm ready to go again.
Right. I think honestly, I think that having a platform where it makes it easy for us,
Yeah,
knock on wood.
it makes a lot of difference because we can just hop on
Mhm.
and it can be more casual. You mentioned you were listening to old episodes and it was like
Oh, it was
interesting.
so funny, girl. I was laughing because in one of them I was barking.
No, I don't.
Yes.
I
Yes,
haven't listened to them because I don't like hearing. No one likes hearing their own voice recorded. I don't think.
I mean, you were eating, like I mean, I think we were both eating, we always make good points together, but and I might still be doing this, but I realized I used so many filler words, and
Oh, that's
I also kept going, and girl," and I was like, "Alright."
that's just a sign of the times. But
Right,
yeah,
but I still feel like I do that, but also I use filler words a lot, and I need to work on that, but it's been 2 years, and so I must have grown a little bit in 2 years.
girl, if you don't look back and cringe, people are cringing right now. You know what I mean?
Right,
If you
and
haven't
honestly,
changed in 2 years, then God help us.
no, genuinely, so much
Everybody.
change. I
Uh,
will literally be 25 tomorrow, girl.
It's Mary's birthday as you're listening to this, and as
Why?
well, it's your birthday in the UK because it's 1:47 here in the
Ugh,
morning.
I'm
Um,
25 years old in the United Kingdom.
right, but you're not 25 yet.
Not
You know
yet.
when someone said, and this is true, but like I never apply it because I just think it's so creepy. But someone said, "Oh, when you're 25, the year to come after your 25th birthday is your 26th year. It's not your 25th year because you just had your 25th year. So the year you've just spent in 2025 was your 25th year. You're now entering your 26th year.
Okay, I've heard someone say that before, but I really can't wrap
So
my brain doesn't, like,
yeah,
expand enough to
the
understand that.
way that I could understand it eventually was, say you're a baby, right?
Right,
You come out the womb, you're zero. You're
right.
0 years old. When you turn one, you've lived 1 year. That was your first year.
Oh, you're right.
So when you turn two, that's your second year. You've done that.
So you're just celebrating the year that you've already lived.
Right. Because you know when people say, like, this is so stupid, by the way.
No,
Like,
I love it though. That's kind of facts. Because you did text me that today, and I was like, "Huh?"
I said you're entering your 26th year.
Yeah, you said you've already done
Yeah,
25.
you've done. What did I actually say? Because it made more sense than what I'm trying to say
You were
now.
like, I think you said you've already done, or you've already been 25. You've already done 25, something
Yeah.
like that.
I said this was your 25th year.
Yeah,
So you've done it already.
that's crazy.
Like you're turning 25, but you've done 25 years of you've lived 25 summers already.
So you're just celebrating the amount of years that you've lived, which is literally duh, girl. What?
Yeah.
No, just celebrating how old I am. Like,
But like
yes, girl.
no, exactly. Like wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone's listening like yeah.
Everyone's
Like
listening, like, you can tell it's 10 p.m. where they are. Or
their
like
minds are
me, it's
blown.
10
No,
p.m.
I think their minds are fucking blown.
Do you guys understand or no? Be honest.
Be real if you understand that. I think
No, but
something that would be funny to ask people to do too, if you listened all the way through, by the way, you ate.
yes. You ate it
If you
up.
didn't and you're not here, fake as fuck. um,
Don't.
but like, if you're here the whole time on Spotify, I don't know if you could do this on Apple. On Spotify, you can ask a question. You can
Oh,
review the podcast. That would be tea if you. I don't know what it does, but like, put 5 stars. Don't put anything except 5 out of 5
you're
stars.
not allowed to put anything but 5 out of 5.
If I see any less than 5 star reviews, I will report you.
Right. We will find you, track you down. Just kidding.
Yeah, but like you can ask a question, which I think is funny. I don't know why. I think like because
They're
who's
like, why did you keep going? Why are you still talking?
yeah. I think you can put a comment on that, right? I don't know. It's
I
funny
don't
to me
know.
that you
I
can
don't use
comment.
Spotify, so I don't know, but
I
I
I, li-
love.
I like that we cover all bases because you use Apple and I use Spotify.
Yes, and we're also, I don't know if this will be on YouTube. Maggie's in charge of uploading because I really don't freaking know how to do it, but
We do normally put them on YouTube, yes.
so you
So
guys can
wherever
always
you're listening, you can probably comment.
leave a comment. Also, like, we should resurrect the podcast Instagram, and like
Yeah.
that way you guys can send us like DMs and things like that, and just like
Q&A.
Q&A. I just want to have like open conversation with like everybody. That's really what I want to
That would
do.
be That would be thrilling. I think you should put it. We could both do a collaborative story, and I think we should do it on our main accounts because, like you said, the podcast account is like not alive right
Nobody remembers her. Yeah, I don't even have my login, so like we had to fix that.
now. No, I'm not logged in. We just completely logged out. Like, well,
Right. We'll figure it out so that y'all can,
I
hop
must have it.
back
I
on.
definitely have it somewhere, but like, we will get in there and we'll get in there. But like,
Right.
I think it'd be fun to do a Q&A because I think those things are always really funny and responding to people. And people have gotten way more interesting. Not that people weren't interesting before, but like on the
But
community
there's
bias,
yeah, there's so many more people now because of the movie and everything.
intellectual people. So if we
Yeah.
announce we bring the podcast back and we put a little like Q&A box or comment box, ew, I don't like that.
No,
Then
but it's valid.
then please do, because that'd be fun and you could be mentioned.
Yeah, we can talk about it next time. I'm actually really excited. I Every single time we do this, I just love it so much and I miss it and like I want to keep it going and hopefully this is like the
Mhm.
easy solution to us being able to keep the conversations going. This is my favorite thing to do, guys, talk about Elvis. I love that man.
It's so fun, and honestly, calculating birthdays is so fun.
Right. So
Showing off my
weird.
boo-boo.
Labubu. We honestly covered many bases and I love it.
Honestly, covering new Elvis media because we're also lucky we get new Elvis media in 2025, such
So
as
lucky.
to both love and criticize. I think we've got the epic Baz Luhrmann, we've got the Priscilla's book, we've got
Right.
a lot of content.
We have a lot of no, and that's what I always say is the door is still open. So while the door is open, the conversation is still going, then his name is still in people's mouths and
Yeah.
there's still opportunity for education and for discussion and like that's the kind of stuff that keeps him alive still. So
Mhm.
I think at the end of the day, like we are just blessed that we get to carry on his name.
Yeah, and honestly, I do think too, what I've always wanted to do is watch a movie while we do a podcast or talk about the entire movie on a podcast. I think that'd be fun. So if we watch
Yes.
Tickle Me, maybe not record at the same time for that because that's your birthday surprise. Surprise!
Surprise. That's your birthday present.
Right, that's that's your gift. Like, imagine
Watching Tickle Me. Great.
worst birthday ever. Like what?
No, I'm gonna love it so much. But we should do like we could honestly, we could just do this,
And
record
have
it,
headphones in. So
have headphones
so
in.
so basically the concept isn't me explaining it like it's fucking rocket science. I'm so sorry. I keep
No,
swearing. I need to take
it's
sorry
okay.
guys. I've
It's
held
okay.
back.
Yeah, she's bottled that up.
I'm struggling. No, but like the concept like would be we are watching it in our headphones. You can't hear it, but you can hear us talking. But allegedly you would be able no, in theory,
Right. Allegedly
allegedly, I heard no, but
right.
in theory, you would be able to press play at the exact same time as us, if that makes sense. We do like a 3, 2, 1 situation, and
Right.
which is what me and Mary do all the time. If you've ever FaceTimed and watched a movie, analog style, we
Yes.
press play at the same time, and I make sure it's timed up audio wise, so we have the same. Like I can hear Mary's at the beginning. I can see her screen. I'm like,
Mhm.
okay, fine. And then she flips the camera and we watch the movie together, and that's how we roll.
Yeah.
So we could do that in theory. If you guys want to have a watch party, not live, with us, we could do it live
Yeah.
someday. That would be funny if we just live streamed it in headphones, like had
I would
people.
love that. I would love
Oh,
that.
and
I
like,
love
yeah,
the movies.
so it would be like a commentary situation, and I think that'd be funny because
I think we
like,
definitely should because we commentate every single movie we ever watch
thank
together.
you.
Like,
And no one appreciates it. I really like watching films with Mary because I am a running commentator, as you could probably tell. I love to yap
we
during
love
a
to
film,
talk.
love to talk,
Mhm.
except don't speak to me when we're in the cinema, in the
Yeah.
theater.
Well, me and Maggie went to see 2 movies together in our lifetime in the cinema. No,
3,
3. 3. We went to go see,
Mario.
Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret,
Yes, Mario movie.
the Mario movie. and Sinners.
Sinners, which was, first of all, random selection. I guess it was just what was out
I
at
think
the
it's what
time.
was out. And I liked, what's her name? Haley Steinfeld.
Oh, I loved that movie with Michael B. Jordan, who is not Michael Jordan.
Right, we found that out later.
Which I was watching it like as a British person who doesn't really know.
I was watching it as an American person who should know.
Right, and we were gagged because I was like, Michael B. Jordan?
Basketball player?
I thought the B stood for ball.
I just don't even know
Baller.
anymore.
And I
Baller.
knew, but I knew, I was also like, I've seen like Space Jam and I knew that was Michael Jordan. So I should have just known. And it wasn't even a case of they don't look alike. They aren't the same person. They do have the same name though.
Exact same name. But all
Um,
that to say, we've seen movies.
before.
We are movie connoisseurs together, and I love like
Yeah,
watching new films with Maggie,
it
like
is
things
fun.
we both haven't seen, but also things we have seen, and we can just like laugh and have fun and
Yes.
all those good things.
I love it. We go through little phases. We did like a Johnny Depp year, 1 year. We watched all his stuff. We did We've done loads of Elvis stuff. Diary of a Wimpy Kid. We love a comedy though, because there's nothing better than whacking a comedy. We watch every Hotel Transylvania movie. Don't try
What
us.
frick did we do that for? High School
We
Musical? High School
like
Musical?
we've said, that's a good movie. But like we've said before, we like a cheesy,
We do.
bad movie that I'm gonna crack up. Like,
There was what was that one Johnny Depp movie we watched where they were like at the resort?
what?
That was so good. Do you remember that one? Like it was him and
Oh,
his
it was like a
friend.
teen beach movie kind of thing.
Yes. And it was
Yeah.
so stupid. And it
Resort.
was so funny. It was so funny. Yeah, something like that. It was
Right.
so funny. But me and Maggie love like movies that just make you laugh, like just belly
Private
laugh.
Resort. Yeah, anything that's slapstick too. We watched Naked Gun recently. It's so fun. Shout out
So,
Priscilla.
yeah, shout out
Um,
Priscilla,
that's
honestly.
the only thing she truly ate up, to be honest, because she's funny in that.
She's funny.
Because, but it's obviously it's deadpan acting, which is like
You don't need to be like a
it's good. She's a bad actress, so she's perfect in that role because it's just like supposed to be awful. Love it.
yeah.
That was hilarious. We love the Goofy movie, things like that.
Oh, that makes
Anything
me cry.
like I think our next watch must be Madagascar, which did we not already watch it maybe together?
Madagascar?
That's
Yeah.
so funny though. Like
We definitely we watched it at your house, did we not?
I think we did, yeah, because I remember being like, Gloria.
Right. We watched it in bed, I think, that one night.
Aww.
Aw, sleepover. Anyway, we're getting
Anyway,
off topic.
right, but imagine us. Imagine us
Imagine us when you close your eyes to go to bed tonight. Think of us.
watching Tickle Me, which has horrified my whole family.
Right. Well, my mom, like, if I even mention like one of his like busted movies, she just hates it. She's like, oh, she just
Oh,
hates it so
really?
much. Yeah, she does not want to see that girl. She
No,
does
my dad
not.
doesn't watch his movies either. Like, he will cringe out.
My mom likes the good, like she'll watch
Yeah, my
her
dad
favorite's
watched
King
King
Creole.
Creole. Yeah,
Yep. Yep.
every 50 plus parent
They love
will
it.
watch a King Creole because they know it's lit. But other than that, they won't touch it.
Yeah, oh no, I'm yawning. I love Wild in the Country. I've literally watched Wild in the Country so much these past few weeks because it's just a fall film to me and I love it.
Correct.
Oh, I love that movie so much. And that could be a whole other episode in itself, but it
That's what I'm saying.
is.
That would be endless fun for us because we could just watch a movie, either make the commentary kind of thing at the episode, or watch
Mhm.
it together, make notes, and come back and talk about the movie in its entirety. So
Mhm.
fun. We could talk about it forever, and it would be really fun. And you guys have watched those movies, you like them, so we can all connect through that.
Definitely.
And that would be fun. I was thinking about Wild in the Country not long ago. I think because you posted about it, but I reviewed it ages ago when I was doing like not review, but like I gave my insights to it like a
Yeah,
couple years ago. Um
it's so good. So
and I
good.
love
I love that movie.
It's good. Just
Well,
saying, it's
it's
good.
good. All right, shall we do the outro? Do you remember it?
Yes.
Okay. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Till we meet again.
May God bless you.
Adios.
Adios.